The first question I wanted to ask was, while crime statistics show a nearly 10% reduction from last year, Hoover also experienced a homicide in March of 2025. What specific measurable strategies would you implement to build on these gains and effectively prevent and respond to violent crime?
Well, bottom line is violent crime is almost non-existent in our city, to be honest with you. If you look at our stats for really the last 18 to 19 years, we've had a steady decrease in crime. We have a homicide here or there. We went almost 27 months without one in 23 and 24. So I say to you that I have led this department for over 20 years. It's the largest department in the city. I manage the largest budget. And again, the men and women boots on the ground out here do a tremendous job. The thing I don't understand is the fact that the mayor's office this past year and then in 26 has reduced our operational costs 10%. So sometimes it's very hard to continue doing everything that we do when we get a reduction. So the day that I'm elected mayor, I can assure you that 10% reduction for the Hoover Police and Hoover Fire Department will be back in the budget.
Given both the ambitious redevelopment plans for the Galleria and Exit 9 and the controversy surrounding the Riverwalk Village incentives, how will you ensure that future growth initiatives in Hoover are both fiscally responsible and deliver tangible benefits to residents?
Well, number one, when we start talking about, you brought up Riverwalk. Riverwalk, the mayor has said under oath that he never read the agreement and didn't know exactly what the incentives were. So I can assure you, any contract that I get, if I buy a car, if I buy a house, I'm going to read the contracts. I'm going to know exactly what's in them. We've got to be fiscally responsible. You're exactly right. Our city has some issues with stormwater. We've got some infrastructure issues around the city right now, and I think we've done a poor job of planning for the future. We've got to help the city. We've got to navigate. We've got to make sure that developers are held accountable for what they do. And smart growth, smart, sustainable growth. People move here for good reasons. They move here because they want the quality of life. And let's just not build things and diminish what people moved here for. So it's just got to be smart and sustainable.
Gotcha. Despite strong academic performance in Hoover schools, some community members feel concerns such as class size growth, safety, or resources are being overlooked. How would you identify and address any underlying crises in the classroom to ensure every student in Hoover receives a high-quality, safe education?
Okay, well, safety I don't think is an issue. We've got an SRO in every school. We've had them there for over 20 some odd years, so I don't consider safety an issue. We take that very, very serious. Obviously, the school system and the city are autonomous. The city runs the city. The school system runs the school system. One thing that I can assure you that we'll do, the mayor had a conversation with home builders several years ago and said that we put a front door fee. So every time a new house is built, a front door fee is paid by the developer, and that money was supposed to go to the school system. Well, under this administration, the school system gets a check for $5.2 million every year, regardless of how many houses are built. And that should be really anywhere from $800,000 to $1 million more. So I can assure you that right off the bat, the school system would get probably close to $1 million more per year from that front door fee. And again, if the school system needs more money, that's something that they'll have to decide themselves. And if they come to the city, then we'll have to negotiate and see what we can do to help. But education and safety are the two reasons people move to our city.
And so Hoover relies heavily on retail as well, tourism, and public institutions for economic stability, but rising development costs and tax incentives can strain the budget. As mayor, how would you balance encouraging economic growth with managing taxpayer burdens and ensuring affordability in the community?
Okay, well, number one, when we start talking about the Galleria, Patton Creek, when I talk about it being tired, it is tired because 9 years ago, both of those areas looked a lot better than it is today. And when they talk about what Amazon has hurt businesses and so forth, I say to you, drive to the summit on a Saturday and find a parking spot. So people are still going to retailers, right? They're still going to boxes. And I think we've got to find out what type of stores that our citizens want. And then we've got to get out and negotiate with national retailers, regional retailers, whatever. But we've got to bring in businesses that our city wants. We don't need all of our citizens going to the summit, going to other places in Alabama to spend their money. We can do it right here. We've got 100,000 cars that pass 65 and 459 Galleria area every day, one of the busiest intersections in the state of Alabama, and for us to not be doing business right here is wrong.
A couple more. So I would say I talked to a couple people today, just kind of getting their feedback on, what issues are important to them,
Sure.
what they want to see from their candidate. And one thing they said, a lot of people, really everyone, was transparency.
Sure.
So how would you ensure, transparency with the community members and just moving forward if you were elected here?
Well, transparency is something that I've run on. That's probably one of the reasons that I decided to run. I've been, as a police chief for 20 years, I come to every city council meeting and every work session. That's 4 nights a month that I'm at a meeting. And when I hear the public come and ask questions or ask for help and don't receive it, that's not transparency. And that's something that I've talked about. When I'm elected, the city is almost 50 square miles. So folks in Greystone may have different issues than the folks at Ross Bridge. So I have said that at least 4 or 5 times a year, we're going to have forums in different parts of the city. We're going to have town halls where we can hear from the citizens. We're going to go to them and find out exactly what they want us to do.
Tuesday night goes your way. What will your first few weeks and months look like as mayor-elect?
Well, number one, we're going to meet with all the department heads and get everybody on board. We're going to bring new vision. We're going to bring excitement. We're going to be doing things that this city hasn't seen in a while. The days of the Galleria being a place where people from all over the community, Jefferson County, Shelby County, used to come on Saturday, that's no more. We're going to bring some excitement back, and we're looking forward to Tuesday night. I think our message has resonated with voters. We've had a great response, and I can't wait till Tuesday about 9:30 at night, to be honest with you.
Cool. And if Tuesday night doesn't go your way, what is your hope for your opponent and the city, and what's next for you?
I would say that I hope that running will bring some of the things that we've talked about the transparency, fiscal responsibility, that this city will run the way it should be run. And for me, wait and see.